We're in northern New South Wales following the trail around an ancient volcano. And we're travelling here to the Levuka 4-wheel drive park, 2.5 hours inland of Byron Bay. 800 acres of beef cattle country that's now also a place for 4-wheel drivers to camp and have plenty of off-road fun.
When you drive through a lot of state forests and national parks, sometimes I'm thinking, why have I got a vehicle that is so capable, so accessorised? Because really it's not being challenged at all. You come to somewhere like Levuka though, and the roads are what I would call in a wonderful state of disrepair. They are not particularly well cared for or looked after, which is just the way I like it. This is where you come and just enjoy yourself.
And I've found some great tracks to test out these Fords for the first time. A small set of climbs known as the playground.
So what have we got here?
Well, mate, the playground is sort of designed for people that are beginners or maybe haven't been four-wheel driving for quite a while, and they come back here and they just sort of learn their four-wheel drive again. So, you know, what does this low range do? What's this hill descent button, traction control, all that sort of stuff. This is an awesome place to sort of play around and get to know your four-wheel drive again.
It's a bit like a green run at the ski slopes.
It really is, yeah. Just with the odd maybe blue run and a little bit of black thrown in.
Awesome, let's do it.
Okay, it is action stations here at Levuka 4x4 park as we tackle our first little hill. Goodness, I love this stuff. When I'm playing for the first time in a while, I like to kind of not activate all of my traction systems and just see whether the car can do it on its own or whether it needs a little bit of a hand. And I'm just sliding a little bit now, and the traction control is biting in, braking those spinning wheels, and then off I go.
Was the locker in on the Ranger for that run?
No, mate, I left it off just to see what it was like.
Sweet, I've put the Everest into... I'm actually still in high range, I'm still in mud and snow mode, which may be a mistake, but we'll see. Oh, and I'm at a standstill.
Well, while we took the same line up that hill, we were wearing very different rubber boots.
And that's what this is for, folks. It's just playing around with the different modes in your vehicle and seeing what works and what doesn't. Bill's found that he might need a little helping hand, I'm guessing from either the modes in his vehicle, because you can just change it from mud to snow to rocks and all that sort of stuff, or he can just flick on the locker, which could be considered cheat mode, and drive straight up. Here he comes, up over the hill. So what was the secret sauce you did to the Everest to make it get up, mate?
Just threw that rear locker in. Yeah, put it in low range and put the locker in and walk straight up it.
This driving tip is brought to you by the Ford Ranger and Ford Everest.
Okay, I'm coming down the hill now. Throw on my hill descent control and feet off the pedals and just let the car cruise on down. So if I want to slow this down, I actually use my cruise control buttons just to hit down. And if I want to speed it up, I hit the plus and it will speed it up a touch as well. So you really don't need your feet on the pedals at all. And it is good practice in steep terrains to keep them off there. The reason we do that is because particularly learner burners can hit a steep descent, lock up the brakes, just mash the brakes really hard because the car's sort of going a little bit out of control. But what that does, particularly on a steep slippery hill, is that it makes you have really little to no control. You become a sled, you don't become a driven vehicle, because as long as those wheels are actually turning, you have half a chance of steering and slowing your vehicle down. Lock them up, the tread can get caked with mud and you will skate down the hill, often faster than what you want to.
But as fun as this is, there's a far muddier track next to us I just have to try.
What say we have a crack at the mud now?
Let's do it.
I think they might call this the pig pen. Okay, now we've got to try and climb out. Now, I'm not going to use my differential lock. I'm going to see how I go. And will I? And I do.
I really do feel like a pig in mud at this place.